YouTube, what it do? How y'all doing, man? In this video, I'm going to be continuing my series where I rank the top 10 players in the league at each position. And in this video, we're going to be ranking the shooting guards. But before I get into the list, I'm going to just give off some honorable mentions. So, shout out to CJ McCollum, Tyler Hero, and Fred VanVleet. But I ain't going to waste too much more of y'all time. Without any further ado, I'm finna just get straight into it. Let's get it. To kick off the list, coming in at number 10, we got the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. So Anthony Edwards is a very, very exciting young player. He's really been having a really good season so far. You know, he's already having some crazy dunks. You know, last year he had that crazy dunk of the year. And even early this season, he's been doing some crazy stuff. But that man is very, very talented. You know what I'm saying? He's proven a lot of doubters wrong because a lot of people thought he was going to be a bust, but he's really putting together a pretty good season so far. You know what I'm saying? And he's proven that why he should have been the number one pick in the 2020 NBA draft. So, yeah, Anthony Edwards at 10. Coming in at number 9, we got Shai GilgeousAlexander. So, Shai, his points per game has went down a little bit this season, but nonetheless, he's still been really good. He's been really clutch, actually, for OKC this season, you know. He could possibly make the All-Star game this year. I wouldn't bet on it, but he's definitely been playing at a star level, and he's just really been a really good up-and-coming young player, you know. His game is very polished, and every year he's been in the league, it seems like he's added something new to his game. You know, he came in the league early. He wasn't really a three-point shooter, but now he's really developing his three-point shot. Like, his shot creation is, like, very smooth. He's a good playmaker. You know, he's always been able to get to the rack. And Shai is just a really great player, you know what I'm saying? I was originally supposed to have him on the point guards list, but I forgot to put him there because he's technically been listed as a point guard this year. But since I did that, I couldn't just not mention him. I had to put him on the shooting guards list. So yeah, Shai comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we got Jalen Brown. So, you know, Jalen Brown, one of the better two-way players in the league, you know what I'm saying? He's a really good three-point shooter. It seems like he's gotten better every single year. You know, he came in the league mostly as a defensive-minded player, but he's really developed into one of the better offensive players in our league. You feel what I'm saying? He has a very smooth jump shot. He's very athletic, and he's very, very, very consistent. You know what I'm saying? And he's really improved his shot creation over the past couple years. So I'm really impressed to see the development of Jalen Brown so far in his career. Coming in at number 7, we got Klay Thompson. So Klay Thompson, he hasn't played yet, but I just put him here because if he comes back how I think he will, this is about where I would have him. You know, we know Klay healthy is a lot higher than this, but I want to be kind of conservative. I don't want to, you know, jump too far ahead of myself and put him way too high, and then he comes back and he's just averaging like 17 points per game. But I don't think we need to say much about Klay, you know what I'm saying? One of the greatest shooters to ever live, great defensive player, extremely consistent. You know, Klay belongs on this list. You feel what I'm saying? Nothing too much needs to be said about Klay. Coming in at number 6, we got Bradley Beal. Now, Bradley Beal, the past couple years or so, has been one of the most prolific scorers in the league. His scoring has went down a little bit this year, but the Wizards, they're actually winning games. You know, at one point they were like first in the East. They've slipped down right as of now. They're down to like 7th, I believe. But still, Bradley Beal, one of the better offensive players we have in the league. You know what I'm saying? Great shooter. He can get to the basket. great pull-up game, and yeah, he's just a really great offensive talent, very polished player. So moving into the top 5, coming in at number 5, we got Devin Booker. Now, Devin Booker, you know what I'm saying? D-Book is a very, very fun player. You know, he's really a fan favorite, you know what I'm saying? You know, he did his thing last year in the playoffs. He was just really very electrifying, especially in the finals, despite them losing to the Bucks. He had back-to-back 40-point games in the finals. So, like, D-Book is showing that he's here. He is making his mark, and he is coming up, and he's showing that he's going to be a superstar in this league one day. You feel what I'm saying? He's just an extreme talent, you know. Offensively, he's a lot of people say his game is kind of comparable to Kobe. I don't know if I would go that far, but Devin Booker is a very, very talented player. So yeah, Devin Booker comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, I don't know if this might be controversial or not, but coming in at number 4, I got Zach LaVine. So Zach LaVine for me is just that tad bit better than Devin Booker, just because I feel like he gives you a little bit more offensively, and I feel like Zach as a shooter is more consistent. Zach is like, he came in the league and he was only known for his dunking, you know what I'm saying? But like, he's really just shown that he's one of the most lethal scorers in the league. He's one of the most lethal and elite three-point shooters we have. As we seen a couple years ago, he had that game versus Charlotte where he hit like 12 or 13 threes or something. So Zach is just phenomenal, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's kind of underrated, you feel me? He doesn't really get talked about when we talk about like up-and-coming superstars as much as a guy like Devin Booker, but he's for sure on that same level if we're talking about up-and-coming stars. So moving on to the top 3, coming in at number 3, we got Donovan Mitchell. Now, Donovan Mitchell needs no introduction, you feel what I'm saying? This man, one thing I can say about Donovan Mitchell is playoffs. Every year this man has been in the playoffs, he has showed his behind, man. This man is just ridiculous when it comes playoff time. And even in the regular season, he's still one of the better scorers in the league. He does, like I've said in the past, I've said one thing about D-Mitch is that he just needs to work on his shot selection a little bit. Sometimes he kind of gets tunnel vision and he just starts chucking shots. But other than that, D-Mitch is a very, very elite talent. You feel what I'm saying? One of the best young stars we got in the league. So coming in at number 2, we got Paul George, PG-13. And PG is really putting on the MVP campaign, you feel what I'm saying? Like with Kawhi being gone, PG has really just been able to do his thing, show why he's one of the most elite players in this league, and just arguably the best two-way player we have in the NBA. And with that being said, coming in at number 1, the best shooting guard in the NBA, in my opinion, we got none other than Kyrie Irving. Now, a lot of y'all is probably like, what? Kyrie Irving? Yes, Kyrie Irving, man. Just talent-wise, as an offensive talent, there aren't too many players in NBA history that you can really compare to Kyrie Irving. You feel what I'm saying? And just, he hasn't been able to suit up this year so far, but in my opinion, what I've seen Kyrie do in the past and what I know he's capable of doing, in my opinion, Kyrie Irving is the best shooting guard in the NBA. That being said, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. We're going to keep this series going. Next, I got to do small forwards, power forwards, centers, you feel me? But you know what I'm saying? If you here, I love all of y'all. I just appreciate you. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and I got more heat for y'all on the way. We out here. Let's get it.